Hey, Happy New Year to all. Today I'm going to share one of the cool online tools that I found recently, and it's especially very useful if you are building something with LLMs, as LLMs are all text oriented, and if your apps are using LLMs where you have to send text to LLMs, especially with the context like the RAG apps or Agentic apps, you may find this tool very useful. So there, normally you find a need where you have to sometimes pass the whole code base in the context, especially with the LLMs like Gemini, which has a huge context window of 2 million tokens, which is awesome. So you can pass the whole code base to an LLM and ask it to do some analysis or write some test cases for specific files, or you can ask some questions. You can do a number of things if you pass the whole code base to LLMs. So, but how to pass the whole code base, right? There are multiple folders, multiple files. Either you do that manually, which is a very tedious task. So there are some tools which people do use, and I found one of those. I'll show you quickly. So go to any GitHub repository, like I'll go to this file data, which is basically AI agentic framework, open source one available on GitHub. So this is the GitHub repository of that. This is docs, right? If let's say we want to send all the docs of this framework to LLM so that it's aware of the documentation of this framework, and then can write a much more meaningful code in context of this framework. That'll be really good use case of this, right? So to do that, simply go to this link and then replace the hub part with ingest and hit it. That's it, right? So it's in getingest.com, and then you will get the single file which has whole of the documentation or whatever the files in that GitHub repository are. So you get everything in a single file. And now this single file is very meaningful for LLM to understand the context of this framework, right? So you can pass this to LLM and ask it to write a framework or agents based upon this framework. And you also can pass this tree structure of the repository, which is also very useful to add this context. Uh, Again, I would say try it out and share your experiences. It's something which I found recently and found very useful. So just thought to share with all of you. I hope you like this short video. Uh, Enjoy and Happy New Year once again. Take care.